good.
Hi guys, welcome to the T.Skies Gallery. I'm Jessica Ruth. I'm an artist here, and I have a co-host today.
Hi guys, Devin here from the Navajo Reservation and the Navajo artist here at TSkies. I better quiet that thing.
Phones on silent, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we ready for the show? And we've got Marco, always
As
doing
always.
his magic behind the camera. Oh,
Welcome, everybody.
do you want to get that?
Sure, and I gotta go, so bye.
He's getting a phone call. Well, welcome. We are a gallery here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We've got many artists, and how this works is a couple times, 3 times, 4 times a week, however we can swing it. We do these live shows, and what it basically is we're featuring some really great jewelry. We're going to talk about each piece. If it's something you would like to buy, you just leave me a comment below. We are streaming on a couple of platforms, so you may not see each other's comments. Whoever claims it first, it's yours. Basically, all you got to do is claim it. I will set it aside, and we'll get your email, and we will send you a cart, and you will fill out that information, and we'll get it shipped to you. It's very simple. It's very easy. The beauty in buying through us is we have vetted these pieces through a process where we have guaranteed the quality. You're going to get real turquoise, real silver from Native American artists. It's a really great thing that we can pass on to you. So my co-host disappeared.
It's alright, I'm still here though.
Right. But we'll get going. So welcome all. I see South Dakota checking in. I see Iowa checking in. I see a few of you. I always love that we've got our regular viewers. Welcome back. I'm going to just go ahead and back it up with the comments here so I can see it in case I lose my screen in front of me, which can happen.
Yep.
So that way I can see the comments as they come in, and yeah, we'll get going. Perfect. So we've got some really amazing pieces today. So Fridays are our vintage show or our higher priced items. So some of these are real showstoppers. There's a couple pieces in here that are they're kind of mind-blowing, the size of the turquoise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super crazy. But I wanted to just go ahead and point out my little close-up table here. You will see I have got...
Should we flip it for them too?
Yes.
You guys won't believe what this is.
Stand up so you can see it. It is a giant 100 troy-ounce ingot of pure silver. And this was brought in by one of our artists today. And it's an incredible piece. It's super heavy, but this is pure silver. It is a full brick of silver. And I bet it weighs...
100 troy ounces?
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever that equals out to, right?
It's a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. So I thought I'd put it on my up-close block here today and use it as a platform for the jewelry we'll be showing you. So it's kind of fun, kind of different. I was telling Maria as he brought it in, he said it's his roommate's, and I was like, does his roommate have any idea what that is worth currently? So, yeah, if you got one of those, now's the time to sell it. So, yeah, it's impressive. So, I definitely weighs more than a gallon of milk. So, it's a pure brick of lovely right there. So.
Oh my lord.
All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start the show off with this lovely set of Venita Cowboy Pearls.
Ooh, those are nice.
These are the medium-sized beads. I really like these because these are going to fit all those fabulous little pendants that we've been selling you. So you can slip that on there. I actually think this is 18 inches, but I'm going to go ahead and measure it because I could be wrong. I know she makes them in a couple different lengths.
What's her full name again? I always forget.
Venita Cowboy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were calling them Cowboy Pearls.
Oh. She married, and her last name is Cowboy, which is very interesting. So this is coming in at 21 inches with the final, which means it's going to measure at 20 inches. No, 21 inches. She did this one a little bit longer than usual. So I'm going to show you that handmade end here. So that's actually got that extra inch built in. So it's 20 inches of pearls with a 1-inch finish, so it does work out to 21 inches.
God, I love those. My mom wants them so bad, so who knows? Maybe if they don't go, I'll buy them.
You know, it's hard working at a jewelry store. The ladies in your life all go, hey.
Imagine what it is being with a mother, some cousins, and a young niece.
They're like, what did you make today, Devin? Can we have it? What is it?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Even my niece wants to make her is asking me to make something for her.
The little one?
The little one.
The starter.
Well, you better.
So the beauty of our shows is everything that you're seeing we have priced at a 20% discount just for the shows. These prices are good for 24 hours. This is normally priced at $475, so today it is $380. You're so close, Christine. You've got one more payment. We do offer a layaway program here. Anything over the price of $250, which is almost everything today except for one item, will qualify for that. And it's pretty easy. It's a 25% down. That is a non-refundable deposit to hold your item. And then we take a equal payment every 30 days. So you have 4 months to pay it off. If you want to pay it off sooner, get it for Christmas, split it into 2 payments. That way somebody doesn't notice the checkbook. You could do that as well. So if you want to claim it, that is item number 1.
Oh, from Germany.
From Germany.
Hello
Welcome
from
back.
Germany.
Thank you, Unky.
Okay, I'm going to flip that around because I couldn't, with the price tag, get it quite off. So again, these are the medium size. We do have them in several sizes. To me, these are the most wearable because you can accent them with a pendant, or you could wear them plain, or you could layer them. Really great piece, but that's item 1.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yes, happy Friday. We're pretty excited it's Friday around here.
Oh yeah.
So item number 2.
Let's go.
Okay.
Sorry, I was talking to myself on that one.
Item number 2. Do you think you could tie that on and show them what it looks like? You've got
Sure.
your mask on.
Yeah, just was busy upstairs real quick. Had to put my mask on.
So this is a, it looks like a bone choker, but those are not bone. This is almost like a reproduction piece. However, it is an adjustable, tieable choker. It's got a picture jasper center stone. I'll give you a close-up once he's tried it on, but I thought it would look good with what he was wearing, so that's why I'm making him put it on.
You got yourself the male model here.
Yep, you're my male model today.
Human male model.
All right, so that's item number 2. It is priced, this is my low price item of the day. It was priced at $80. It is $64 today. So that's a really affordable piece. I think it got mixed into today's sale by accident, but that doesn't mean it's not available for your purchase. So it is adjustable. I don't know. Do you have it tight, or is that
I just
you
have
just
a
put
loose.
it on? Okay.
Being a choker, I do not want it to choke me.
Not his typical styling, I don't think.
Nope, I'm not used to chokers. I don't wear chokers. I make them, but I don't wear them.
We joke about putting Devin on a leash, but apparently putting a collar on him is going to be a little rough.
That looks good, though.
It does look good
really
on
nice.
you. With the collared shirt, I thought it would look really nice. So.
Oh yeah, it does.
The beads are turquoise colored beads. They are the reproduction beads. They are not real turquoise, which is reflected in that price. I did discuss quality product in the beginning. Occasionally we get these pieces. We sometimes pass them along to you, even though they don't necessarily meet the high standards, but we are very honest and transparent about what the piece is. So, but this is a really great piece. I think it could work on a male or a female. I have a very small neck, so I thought it would work better on Devin's neck. I'm child-sized over here, so. So item number 2 is $64 today, if you'd like to claim that.
Yeah, we'll show him I almost said a choke up instead of
A choke up, yeah.
We'll show him a choke up on that one.
Susan says that looks great on you.
Thank you, Susan.
There you go. There's your next daily wear, Devin.
Right?
Chokers.
Chokers. No. That's what that noise was. Is it forever? You want me to untie it? You stuck?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because it's leather. So it is the nice untreated leather. So it's, oh, yeah. Oh, you tied it in a bow. There we go. All right. Oh. So it is adjustable for length, but I think Devin had it almost at its tightest there, as you saw there at the end. So that's that picture, Jasper. It's a really pretty stone. This one's very much like a desert scene. I'm actually going to flip it over because sometimes you'll see those hills and those mountains.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
how cool that piece is. Yeah, so that is that piece. Like I said, these are reproduction. These aren't actual bone, as well as the turquoise colored beads. So, hello, Jaren. Welcome back.
Hello, Jaren.
We are doing a pretty fabulous show today. I think as we get further down the table, Jaren, you're gonna be impressed.
Yeah.
So.
Everybody sees those big pieces on Devin's side.
Yeah, he's got the good stuff on his side. Well, they're all really great pieces. I'm pretty excited about every piece here is fun to talk about. So.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that is such a pretty stone. I think this might be some of that Sonoran gold. I know when I talked about this stone originally, Marco was very impressed with it. Look at that stone. It's so yummy.
Gosh, I just love matrixing, like when it's just balled up like that and like you can see every little piece of turquoise.
I'd like to call those like broccoli flowerets when they kind of explode like that. So I'm a big fan of them too when you've got the dots, the dancing colors around the matrix. I know there's lots of different kinds of turquoise and lots of different preferences. A lot of folks like that nice solid color. And you know, when you grade a stone, that is the highest quality, but I like them to have a little personality. Okay, so this one is by Henry Sam. That is the artist. It is a bump out, and so you've got, what's cool is you've got a design on the inside because it's taking that double stamp, and then he's also stamped it around his trademark there.
Oh yeah, I do remember this piece. This was one of my favorites because you rarely see that stamp on the inside.
Right.
It's just so cool.
And it's really got some detailed work all the way around it. So it's a fully stamped all the way to the end. And let me get you a size on that. I think it's probably a 7. It is item number 3. It's coming in, it was $600. Today it is $480, which is an incredible price. Oh, nope, that's a 6 3/4, right?
Yep. 6 3/4.
Okay, that's a Jan size cuff. You want to try it on? I think it's still going to be a little bit big on you, right? You're a 6.5.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
As I always like to say, the boy's wrists.
Gosh, I hope someone gets this one because I think we've had it on one live show before.
We have had it on one live show before.
It's just a super unique
Actually,
piece.
this one is not the one you're remembering.
Is it a different one?
It's a different one. He did a collection, and they're very similar in styling.
Oh.
So it's a little bit smaller stone than the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess
yeah,
he
you're
just
right.
does that stamping on the inside, like no matter what.
He does.
He
Super
does.
cool.
Yeah. So that's a really good price on that one, $480. Sonoran gold turquoise is very high priced. I was actually looking for some for a client, and just a single stone was about $120 for this size. So yeah, really cool piece. Not an easy stone to find.
Nope. Always I had that stone.
Yeah, me too. And I wasn't going to pay $120 for it. I will find a better deal. I will search. I've got a little bit of a network, and I've put those feelers out so they know we're looking for it. So.
Us jewelers can be pretty frugal,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
jewelry's expensive.
And sometimes when a particular stone is just telling you you have to own it, you just break down and you pay the price anyway, right?
Yeah.
So.
Pretty much.
I've been sitting on a few that I'm waiting to just like pull the trigger on for a while now.
Yeah, it goes that way.
So I guess now time for me to.
Are you gonna tap out?
I guess we're gonna tap out now.
Okay.
So,
Well, thank you for joining me.
yep, no problem.
We'll
And
see you soon, Devin.
yep, see you guys soon. And now to be here to help Jessica, and here's our old friend here. So have fun.
Thanks, Ed.
Welcome on, Maria.
Awesome.
The tag out.
Thank you guys. I'm
Right?
tapping in.
Right?
Thanks for having us. Happy to be here. I'm Murray Alexander, my name, and I'm of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Miccosukee Band. And I'm excited to be here with Jess today. We got some pieces, and I actually just finished a custom piece of mine as well, one of my first silver pieces. So we'll get there, and love to jump in where you left off.
I think he hid it behind the thing, so when you're ready. So you ran upstairs to finish a second piece. That's why you were going to start the show with me, and then we worked it out with Devin. So
I
yeah,
did,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll show you his pieces when we
Oh,
get to item number in between. When we get to
Halfway.
Yeah, when
Halfway.
we get,
Okay.
do we only have 10 pieces today?
we're only 10 pieces on the list, and then
Okay.
a couple extra.
So at 5, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so Susie, I know I told you we had more of these pieces. So these are some of my Fred Harvey era pieces that I picked up at the gym show last year, and I believe these are the last two.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
So these are 1940s era,
Ooh.
very old pieces. You can kind of see that in the patina that's going on there. I love this one. It's extra tiny, so it fits me. So I'm just gonna slip that on and come in here so you can see. Oh, maybe.
What is
Lean
your hand
into
on?
it.
What is your hand on, Jess? Is that a big old thing of silver?
Oh yeah, we talked about that. This is yours. Well, your roommates. So yeah, we were talking about that.
It's a lot heavier than we think it is every time.
To
I
give
think
away
about
the
it.
secrets. So 1940s piece, Fred Harvey era. A lot of this was coin silver. This one isn't marked coin silver, so I think this one is actually sterling silver.
Okay.
The stone is super oxidized, which happens over time. I was inspecting this one, and you can see that it used to be blue. They oxidize as well. Turquoise will age and turn green. Really cool how it does that. So I know that blue is the most desirable, but like antique furniture, if I were to polish this up and turn that back to blue, it would lose its value. So this piece, let me get you a measurement. I think it's going to come in at a 6 1/4. It's the
Thank
other
you.
one that fit me perfectly.
It's got a real vintage look to it.
It does. You don't see those giant beads. I think those are hollow form beads, which is an unusual thing for such an old piece. It is coming in at 6 1/4. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. If we go back to it. And the price on this one today, it was $750, so today it is $600. And I think the next one, which is going to be its sister, slightly smaller, is the same price. This is the one that I really liked. Look how perfect that fits.
Yeah, similar style. You
Mhm.
can tell same artist.
Mm-hmm.
That is beautiful, antique looking.
And the green in it is also that, it's almost what I would call an olive green, and you only get that color through time. Well, that's not true. The Ajax mine actually produced some that looked very similar to that. And there's some Royston that will hint that color, but this is that aging that happens. Isn't that great? So this one has the stamp work on the side. It's got that split. So this was a solid piece, and they basically sawed it and opened it up and added these little extras here to just give it a little flair. Let me see if this one is marked coin silver. It is not. So I'm thinking this is also sterling. I'm just gonna flip it over. So these pieces are not marked by the artist. It was kind of before the age of hallmarks.
Because then it was still illegal to melt down coins, right?
Right, right.
So maybe they didn't do it because they might have gotten in trouble for it.
Maybe. They're like, ooh, I don't want to put my name on that. So these are super collectible. They are only going to increase in value because they don't get made anymore. That's just, you know, that's
60-year-old piece. Sheesh.
yeah, it's a kind of an amazing piece. So
And what size did you say on that one?
that is a 6. Let me measure because it fits me pretty tightly, and I am a 6, so it might be just under. So let's just double check. Let's make sure we're giving you the right info for your pieces. Oh, yep. See, I was wrong. It's a 5.5.
Sheesh.
It's a
That's
tiny
small.
one. So I wear a 6 because I don't like my jewelry to be super tight. I talk with my hands, and if it's too tight, I feel like I'm getting my circulation will be cut off. But in all honesty, I think I might be a 5.5, and I didn't know it. So 5.5, Susie. It's a little small. Let me check that gap and make sure. I think it's already at that 1.5 inches. You don't want to open it much more than that, or it's gonna fly off your wrist and get damaged. Oh, it's at 1 inch. So I could go up another 1/2 inch, which means I could get this to a 6 if you wanted. All right, so now we're coming into the segue where we see what you've made. I'm excited to see
Nice.
because I haven't even seen what this piece
Yeah,
is.
I just finished it and I'm sporting it for a few minutes. And what I have here is sterling silver and some custom stamp work. I found a pattern of a few stamps that I really like. They flow well with each other, and if you look real close, it's like sawgrass almost, and it reminds me of desert vegetation, how you have sparse sticklings without a lot of leaves, and it's almost got a sawgrass feel to it, like what you'd see in the sand dunes on a beach. So I kind of want to have like a desert line, I'm thinking, like a custom style line that I'm creating. And I have a stamp that's taller than the other ones, and it kind of endorphs over the other sawgrasses. And because that tall one intersects in the midline a little bit more, in between the tall one there's some spacing, and I thought it would be beautiful to incorporate some stones on the spacing in between the small stamps. So it's got a proportionate amount of 6 stones. I don't know how many carats it is, I should have weighed them, but they're pretty tall. They bulge out, and I like this piece because it's kind of a statement piece, the way these stones bulge out. And I'll show it to you from the side too. You can kind of see some of those on the side. And what I did for the construction of this, the bezels, which are like the fence wrapping of the stones, I welded those to a back plate and then put the back plate to the bracelet. So I used a little bit more silver, and it's a little bit more hardy and beefy way to construct a piece when you're insetting stones. And I just like it. It's kind of got a clunky feel, but it's still kind of sleek. It's not too wide, but it's just unique. It's gonna be my signature piece, I think. I'm gonna call it like desert bush, desert grass. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Something desert, because I've spent some amazing times in some deserts out west. And so that's what I got. And on the inside, I stamped it. And right now, I'm making stuff with T.Skies mostly. So I incorporated the T.Skies stamp to signify this season of my life. And then I put MA, abbreviation for Murray Alexander, and then I got a sterling stamp in there because it's sterling silver. So it's a beauty. It's constructed well. I always, whenever I make a piece, I always take it to the buffing wheel, and I really like crank on it, and I try to get the buffing wheel, which is rotating at a high RPM. I try to get the buffing wheel to knock my pieces off, just to expose if I have any poor welding, because I want this to be solid and hold up for decades. So I put it to the test when I finish these things out, and I'm a little rough, but you can't see that I am, and it just shows that I did it well. I welded it tight. So that's
Yes. In art, there are no mistakes, only fun
happy little
adventures.
accidents.
Yes.
But this one held the test, all of them, and Jess has been so wonderful in teaching me silversmithing, and so I think this is actually my second silver piece that I've ever created, and I'm really enjoying it. Hey, Chef.
Hi.
You want to pop in?
You wanna-
Yeah, I do.
Come on.
Okay, come on in.
All right, here we go.
There's a third chair if it,
I just wanted to bring up this squash blossom that we
Okay.
showed yesterday.
Nice.
I made a mistake. I was running the camera. I was Marco yesterday, and we showed this piece. It's a squash blossom, and I made a mistake. I said it was 1930s. I was actually confusing it with another piece. This piece is probably late 60s, early 70s, and I just wanted to make a correction on that. We do honor it is 1500. I'm sorry, 3500, and we're still going to honor the discount from yesterday. And selling it for 2800, but it is a 1960s, 70s squash blossom, not 1930s. So just wanted to make a correction on that.
Are they making squash blossoms in the 30s?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
you know
gosh,
what?
I'd love to
I
see one of
wouldn't
those.
mind
I
wearing
have
that.
some.
I was thinking the same
That-
thing.
You want to wear it?
You let me go.
That red one up there, Marco. Have you seen that red one with the super crazy patina?
Yeah, the dark one.
Yeah, that was the lady's mom got that for her when she was born in the 30s.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll have to bring that one down and take a look at
Yeah,
that sometime.
we're gonna have a big squash blossom and concho belt show. Soon.
I'll have to,
Black
You
Friday
want to help
probably.
me out?
I'll have to take some of my mom's
A
jewelry
little
and wear
piece,
it in.
so.
Well, I know we were just talking about your piece, Maria. So is that one for sale? And if so, did you have a price on it?
Yeah, I think I was open to selling it. I'm not sure about price. I was actually gonna get y'all's opinion on this, because I'm not an expert yet, and
This is piece number 2. He's
yeah,
learning.
This is my second silver piece ever that I've ever created. I have my first one right over here that matches it, and I'll show that one too, but I was actually gonna consult you guys, because
Well, I was looking at the stones while we were talking about it, and it appears to have Kingman and I believe Royston in it. And it looks like you might have even staggered them, and I don't think that was intentional because I don't know that you saw the difference, but the color matching is kind of how you did it. With the, how many stones is that? 5? 6 stones.
yeah, 6.
Okay. And what gauge silver did you use? That is
18.
18. So that's a nice, thick, heavy gauge.
Mhm.
I think we would average that at $275, which would be a fair price.
Nice.
With that many stones. I know you had the sister or brother, as
Yeah.
it were.
Yeah, I'll bring this out too. This is similar. This has 4 stones, so 2 less, and I modified the design to pack a little bit more pizzazz for the package of what I'm offering for my custom desert line. But this one's same. It's got 4 stones. I'll put it next to its sister, and it's still beautiful. Maybe a tiny bit wider.
It is a little bit wider. So, and I believe we priced that one at
246, I think.
246.
Which
Okay.
sold, and then somebody from Alaska, they didn't feel comfortable with how we process payments, which is a little bit strange, and we don't ever have issues with that, but it is what it is. So I'm putting it back out. Yep, Patrick, you're right. Edna from Alaska got your first piece. Well, she claimed it, and she didn't follow through. So we're putting it back up for sale, and I actually inscribed number 1 on that because it's my first silver piece I ever made.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so that's cool.
It is up for grabs still.
So let's price them the same, $246 on both of them. You have more stones on this, but it's slightly lower and
Slightly less silver.
slightly less silver, but more stones. So $246 sounds fair to me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Which is about that 20% discount from the $275 anyway. A little less, but
And what I like about this new one is I incorporated a stamp for the end pieces, which this very first one I ever made, I didn't. So these are unique, you know, I'm dialing in my style, and I'm learning little things to add, and so that's what I got.
And
awesome.
what was that price again on those?
246.
Oh, 46, okay.
Yeah, thanks, Michael.
There you go.
What was my other question? So you inscribed the first one, number 1, and you just used a hand engraver? Is that what you did, or how did you do that?
Yeah, I stamped my name in there, my signature with the T.Skies logo, and then the sterling, and then I inscribed with a grinder
Okay.
the number. And I think I'm just going to start numbering all my
I
pieces.
think you should. So I think
Just
number
for
2
fun.
should have number 2.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll start number 2 in it. It's-
It's kind of a neat way to kind of track your
Yeah.
your progress,
Yeah.
and as you become a well-known artist, that will make those pieces even more collectible. Yeah, let's get some sizes on those. Number 1 piece, is it a 7? I think it might be, or fairly close. And what's great is these stones are set on their own back plate, so it does allow for a little bit of adjustment without the fear of losing the stones.
Mhm.
It's a 7.
Nice.
So that is a 7, Patrick.
That's a large.
And let's just make sure, because I think this one's probably slightly smaller.
maybe.
Just a little bit. It's at a 6 and, is it a 6.5? A 6.5 for number 2.
Okay.
Oh, Patrick, let us know which one you want.
Nice. Thank you, Patrick.
Yay.
Thank you.
There's his little bell.
I think he wants number 1 for the
Thank
size
you.
7.
Yes.
Okay. Sweet.
Awesome. Thank you, Patrick.
I'm honored. I'll send you a note. And for those of you just joining, I am part of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Miccosukee Band, so I'll include some type of handwritten certificate of authenticity or something like that to commemorate your first silver piece that I've ever made in my entire career. So that's
Yeah,
I'm
a
a
big
little
deal.
bit sad to sell it, but you know it's I'm happy to get it out there in the world. So
Yep, as jewelers, it's hard to, every piece is like one of our babies.
It
yeah,
is.
Yeah, it's like a little child almost. Not quite, but.
No, we're not selling our children, just their
Yeah.
jewelry.
Yeah, I retract that statement, but.
Well, awesome. So number 2 is a 6.5,
Thank you,
slightly
Patrick.
smaller, and that is available. So we'll leave it up here as random item, and
Raise number 2.
Number 2.
yeah, awesome. Well, I'm
Yeah.
excited to be with you on this journey. It's an amazing thing to watch an artist grow and develop. You started kicking around with us, gosh, probably over a year ago, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and it took a little while to get you to commit, but
Yeah.
it's a very hard choice to go. Do I want a consistent paycheck, or do I want to put my heart and soul into this industry and see what it gives back? And it's giving back. It's kind
Yeah.
of an amazing thing.
It is.
Bug just bites you when you get into it.
Yeah,
It
it's
does.
fun. You start looking at all the tools, the materials, and it's fun. And I was involved in some other things professionally, and then I took some time to travel. I did a cross-country trip on my motorcycle, and but now I'm back. I'm refreshed, and I'm loving making jewelry, and I look forward to learning more from Jess. She's been so patient and so thorough with teaching me, as well as Devin. So I'm really honored to be a part of this team, and we appreciate you all today.
Yes, it's awesome. It's a good time here.
Yeah,
That's why we love what we do here. So
Big happy
Yeah.
family.
yeah.
yeah.
So, and we're trying to rope this one in. He kind of travels a lot. Patrick was saying he hopes you stay in New Mexico.
Thanks, Patrick.
There's always going to be a little bit of his heart here. It's
Yeah.
how it works. New Mexico, it captures you and sometimes doesn't let you go.
Yes. It's the land of enchantment, but sometimes they call it the land of entrapment.
You know, goes
But you're
both ways.
enchanted when you're trapped. So
Yes, absolutely.
it's an enjoyable thing.
Yeah, they are amazing pieces, Christine. We appreciate that sentiment. It helps him to, as you start, you question whether or not your abilities are adequate. It's scary trying something new. So to be able to sell a piece and get that reinforcement's very beneficial to, I think, your heart and your journey. So
Yes, thank you.
yes, and we do roll.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Debbie.
Well, we're on to the next side of the table.
Awesome.
So I actually, number 8, I think is going to look great if you try it on. That's that big.
Should we go to that?
Mhm.
Let's jump number 8.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to jump to number 8. And I think this is a bolo tie. That's what they call this. And this is a real thick leather braided rope, by the way. We'll put a measurement on it, but it's like,
It's the biggest they've got.
yeah, I don't see ones usually that thick.
No.
And I'll get to the main piece, but the tips I like too. You almost have these Navajo pearls.
Mhm.
You got some stamp work on the cones that connect to the pearl, and you got a little tip to top it off. So they went fancy on this, I think, all in all.
We
And then
did.
let's get to the beautiful aspect of this thing, this giant piece of turquoise.
Right?
You know what species that is?
It is Kingman.
Big ol' intact, perfect piece of kingman. It's hard to not crack those things when you're working
Lordy.
with them.
Look at that.
And that's a monster. Look at the tape on it too while Justin's holding it.
Right? Look at the size of
I
that
don't know,
stone.
3 inches almost, just less. 2.5, 2 3/4, somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're looking at about 1 3/4, just a hair less for the actual stone. And then the silver comes out, 3/16 on both sides. almost a quarter. And that's a thick bit of silver he's using for that border too, that triangle
Yes.
wire. And I just love those the incisions with the spine saw, how they get those cuts in there.
Oh, that sound.
I-
Oh my gosh.
Yep, that's 100 ounces of silver.
Right?
That's what 100 ounces sounds like.
Yeah.
So I was hoping we could have you try that
Sure.
on.
Yeah.
Since I'm wearing a big piece, that's why I jumped to number 8, so then we could match.
You guys always have all the fun. I don't get any jewelry back here.
Man.
But you get all of it after.
Oh, that looks great. Oh my gosh.
So that is an Eddie Secatero piece. Actually, we had
Wow.
bought a couple of real hefty pieces of turquoise, and we said, do your best. And he came back and he had made a couple of bolos. So this is the larger of the two. You saw it's got that handmade bail on the back, which allows you to kind of slide it up and down. Yeah, which is cool. I really appreciate the handmade element there. You can buy a finished bolo slide and just attach it. But to me, if you're gonna put in all the work and do all the cutout, you gotta do the handmade piece on the back. So that's pretty spectacular. That's quite a piece. I'm looking at you on camera and I'm like, boy, you can see that across the room.
Oh yeah. Definitely some
Yeah,
showstoppers
it's a
today.
statement
for
piece
sure.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. We'll have you just wear it until it gets claimed. It's item number 8. I know I went out of order. Wow, and even the price on it's kind of surprising. So it was $850. Today it is $680, and I know what we paid for that stone. So that's quite a steal. So
Nice.
Yeah. This is, I don't know. So you're saying Eddie Secatero does make a few bolos?
occasionally, he surprises us. I think this was a more specific. Hey, we've got these big pieces. These are going to be show pieces.
Oh, Jaren wants it.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Sold.
Awesome, thank you, Jaron.
Nice, Darren. Congratulations. I'll keep
Yeah,
it
that was
clean
a
for you.
great buy.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
it's not his typical to do the bolos, but with the larger ones, he will do that. So
You know, another interesting thing I just noticed is that when you're wrapping this, as far as the construction of this, just to chime on this in a positive aspect, the triangle wire you use in addition to the flat plate and how he seams it, I mean, he did it so fine, you cannot even see where the materials connect. It looks like one big old piece, and it's like, wow.
that's kind of his specialty. So it's
good.
seamless. It looks as if the silver was a solid piece that he hand carved, when in reality it's a couple of pieces and then smoothed together. So
I cannot even see the seams.
Yep,
Yes,
it's pretty
he's
amazing.
good. So you got a good piece. That's
Yeah.
a nice piece.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Well, that's why I jumped to that one. I was excited about, and I knew it would sell. So
Nice.
you get to wear it for a little while.
Cool.
All right, we can go to number 6 now. We'll go back to the order.
Number 6. Wow.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah,
this
those
is
are cool. I like
fantastic.
those leather pieces that we have over there.
It smells good. I like smelling new shoes, books, leather.
That new leather smell.
Yeah.
I really like how tiny this one is. So I'm going to see if it's going to fit my 6. It is. So this is technically, I believe, a child-sized bogart. Like I said, fun size. So this is going to fit a 6-inch. You can see that it's got the hand drilled holes. So there is a little bit of room to open it up, and it doesn't have to be tied at a 6. I think this could comfortably go to a 7, but you will have a gap on the inside of your wrist, unless you're using this for real bow and arrow hunting.
Wow.
I think it would be okay to just say, okay, the gap's all right. But you just don't see them in this smaller, more feminine size, because the bogards are typically a male-oriented piece. It is a bogard. It is what the hunters would use. So the women who typically didn't do the hunting. Oh, are we going to come in here this way? There we go. So you just don't see them in this size. This would also be great for a younger male, as a maybe coming of age.
As Devin says, boy wrist.
His boy wrist. Yeah, in all honesty, Devin does have some smaller wrists. for as tall as he is. It might be a little small for your son. Well, I don't know. Why don't you hold your boy down and measure him? And
Hold it down. Let me
we'll
measure
find
your
out.
wrists.
So it does have the little buttons that are stamped. Each one of these are stamped. And then you've got the nice stamp work around it, as well as a little Kingman button there in the center. I'm going to flip it over so you can see that they've used actually sterling silver on the inside. A lot of times that is copper. I like that it's the sterling so that you're not cross metalling. Basically that copper can wear into the connections on the silver and give over time. So, and yeah, very cool piece. So let's talk about price. This is item number 6. Oh wow. It was $275. Today it is $220. Great price on that.
I love the combo of the metal, the silver, and then the stone, and then the leather.
You get it all.
Yeah, that's
black
fun.
leather is nice too.
Yeah, it's an eclectic combination. I don't see that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got like a, almost, I wouldn't say gothic Native American, but it's like, it's different. You know, it's stylish in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
Black leather with silver and a turquoise stone. I mean, that's unique.
It's gonna match everything.
It reminds me
Yeah.
how we have like with contemporary jewelry, there's like a connection to industrial style jewelry. And that's what this reminds me of, like how you have the fine art Native American jewelry, and this would like be considered like industrial fine art because it can be used like as a bogart.
Right. Correct.
I love that.
It's kind of neat. You're not just wearing jewelry. It's got a purpose to it. So, yeah, and they are also called keto. I call it a bogard. There are a couple names for it. Oh, you got Devin's first one. That's right, Patrick. I
Man,
remember that.
Patrick's getting the gems.
Yeah.
He's a big
Getting the
collector.
first one.
That's quite a neat thing. Like you said, you'll include a note that will basically document that for
definitely.
you. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of fun.
I'll give you a little hair sample with it too. I'm just kidding. Just trying to joke around a little bit.
Let's see. You want to put that back?
Yeah.
Janine, we have shown the choker. It is our deal of the day. I'm just going to pop on there if you'd like to claim it. It was item number 2. It is only $64 today. So that's what I'm calling my deal of the day. So
How much is that one?
64.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So great piece.
So do you assume that since it's not bone, do you know what it would be used like
Looks
instead
like bone.
of
Is that not bone?
as a reproduction piece?
So I don't know what they use for reproduction. Well, now that I'm looking
Because it
at
has
it,
the
Yes.
texture.
Yes, Jaron, we'll send you some pictures of the bolo.
yeah.
at the
We'll
end
let
of
you
the show.
screenshot it at the end for
Yeah,
you.
Patrick's laughing at my joke now. I'll send you an old tooth.
Some wisdom teeth. You get all of Maria's wisdom.
Love it. Yeah, so I actually am going to do a little more research on those. I thought they were reproductions, but now that I'm looking at them, they may be newer pieces, newer bone pieces. So, but I see some pitting. You're not wrong. And as I spun that piece, there's actually, I'm going to show you some natural.
Yeah. There's
See
definitely
that?
like the texture of it.
Yeah, so I thought that was just like a
Like
mold.
stain or something.
Yeah, but it's actually got some stuff in there that tells me that might be something I need to research. So, pretty cool.
Awesome.
It would explain the noise it makes because it's got that
So that's like
non-plasticky.
Yeah. That's how you usually tell bone, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
sound.
I could tap it on my teeth, but COVID. So- all right, so item number 7 is a larger bogard,
Oh wow.
and it's
I gotta smell it just to make sure.
just make sure it's leather.
Yeah. Pass the smell test.
Hair pipe.
Nice.
Oh my god, smell test, yes. That's a shiny leather too, I can see that right off the camera.
Yeah, it's got like a sheen finish. I don't know how they do that. I wish I could talk more about leather, but
I think it's probably down to almost like a polishing. So they've taken the upside of it, which would be the outside layer of it. Do you see how it's catching that shine? And then they treat it with a, it's not a resin, but basically they rub it and rub it and rub it, and it gets to that fine finish. And then the dye will help to bring some of that sheen out. So this is a cast piece. It's a beautiful flower. I like how big it is. And then that stone, let me take it, look at it. Wow, that's an unusual stone. It's got a little bit of mix of white in there, so let's see if we can. So it's lighter than baby blue. And I'm gonna have to do some research because now I really would like to know. This might be Sierra stone, which comes from Colorado. You like this one too? Oh, choices. I know it's tough. So this one opens up a little bit different. I see that this has a replacement tie on it. So I actually will replace this with some leather. This is a plastic piece, which will hold a little bit better. But I like the traditional leather. That was probably lost over time, and so that's just a simple replacement piece. Let me do some measurements here to see. Boy, this is going to be tough to measure, but we will see what we can manage here. The nice thing about these is they have these adjustable holes, so you can tie it to where it's comfortable for you. So I'm going to say at its largest, it's a 7.5, and that's with the over on the back. You can always open it and give yourself more room if you need more than 7.5. 7.5, I'd say it would fit a 7 as well, but it might be a little bit loose. So this is actually an extra large. Very nice. So we've got the we'll call it the nephew and the uncle between the big and the little here today. So item number 7, it was priced at $425, $340. Boy, those prices are really great on those. I've seen some of these go upwards of almost $1,000. So,
Wow.
hi Valerie.
Hey, Valerie.
All right, so that is item number 7. It does qualify for the layaway, as do most of these pieces today.
Nice. Now, number 8, we sold. I'm wearing
did.
it.
Yep.
That's going to Jaren.
Yep.
Number 9, we weighed
This
this thing earlier. I can't remember what it was, like 7 ounces or something.
Just over 7
Over
ounces.
7 ounces. This is a big old thick piece of silver.
That one's
So
super
that-
cool.
That one matches
Silver
the
on
100
top of
ounce
silver.
silver block well.
Right?
Yeah. It's thick. We'll give you some other angles of it, but it looks like it's like one piece. I
It's
don't know how you'd make that.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I immediately stared at it and dissected it so that I could go home and
Trying to make something.
attempt to do this. This is years of talent coming to fruition. To be able to, so this is all triangle wire. Every one of these is a piece of triangle wire. Let's see if we can get that angle so you can see the sides. My hand's kind of in the way. There it is. So you see how those ridges work? So each piece of triangle wire connected through a soldering point. And then it's almost like an overlay where there's two. I know.
Susie, you better put them out the back end.
Yeah, you'll miss the last piece. Yeah. It really is impressive. This was the piece when I grabbed the box that I just had to, we weighed it, we talked about it, we each held it because of the weight, because of it's just beefy and wanted to be passed around. So, and can you hear?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so yummy.
Yeah. And worst case scenario, if you need to defend yourself, you can take it off and throw it. That's your attacker. So
Yeah,
this thing is a beast of a piece.
it is a hefty thing to wear.
Yeah.
It is. It's lovely.
I think we all tried it on at some point.
We did.
This is a pretty large size, right?
It is. It's a little bit larger than I think, in all honesty, he probably was meaning to go down to a 7, and there was so much silver, he had to fight it. I was like, no.
Is there an artist stamp on that one?
There is. So
Nice.
let me get you because this is coming in at an 8.
Wow,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a large one.
it
That's
is.
a lot of silver to move.
It is. So it is, I wrote down Emerson Bill.
Oh, okay.
And they've got the, let's see if I can get that in there so you can see, maybe.
Oh, they have that cursive stamp.
Yeah, the cursive stamp. Emerson is actually the first name, which is unusual. But that is, what's great about these big, bold stamps is there's really no doubt about who the artist is. The beast mode.
I'm
Total
just gonna
beast
call
mode.
this one the showstopper cuff.
Nice, I love it. So it was priced at $1,200, which just 7 ounces of silver. Great price, but that 20% discount, $9.60. I know. We all tried it on, Susan.
Yeah, it's one of the big ones. I was like, dang, doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm. An 8-inch is not your typical sizing. So if you have that 8-inch, yeah, I love it. Sorry, a little distracted. I like Marshawn Lynch too. An 8-inch, we don't typically see those. We call those custom sizes. So this is a pretty special find. So if you're an 8 and you want something, this is going to be it. Otherwise, you're going to have to go into custom order size. So, all right.
Beautiful. You could probably wear it on your bicep if you had like a sleeveless.
Ooh,
You know.
I didn't think about trying that on my chicken
Your
wing.
guns?
Yeah, but we'll do that off camera in case it gets stuck.
Or in case you break it.
Right. Just raw. Stretch
Welcome,
it out
Kat,
to an
and
8.5.
Margaret.
Oh, well,
We're
hello.
Late to the show, but we'll go through everything again. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, we've got you. Boy, this piece, this is
This-
a pretty special piece,
Is that a
actually.
Yeah, this is the only piece that could follow that last piece in the show. 'Cause this thing's a beast.
It is a
Love to
beast.
see.
And the beauty of this piece, and I want to share, price. Are you asking about the last piece, Susan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
nice. 960.
$9.60.
$9.60 for that previous one. Now we're gonna go to the next one.
This is number 10 now.
This
Right.
is number 10, and this was a donated piece, so I really appreciate the customer who donated this, because what happens with that means 100% of the proceeds comes back to us as artists, and it's something special that you just don't see every day, that folks are willing to part with such a beautiful piece. So now that I've talked about it, look at that piece of royston.
My gosh.
So,
Get a quick
Yeah.
measure on it. Support Jess with some dimensions. I mean, this is just rough. We're looking at 2.5 by about 2. So I mean, that's a giant chunk.
it is. It is. Not only is the royston super high quality, you've got these hand carved leaves that have been bumped out by hand. You've got these bead shots that are hand done. They make these themselves. They don't buy the plates. They create these little beads with their tools. You've got that stamp work. I mean, it's an incredible piece.
There's
So-
those cutouts on the bottom, which are really intricate too, like the curved cutouts.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
not easy to
gosh.
do. Yeah, it's a wowza. I told you today was kind of a special show.
Oh my gosh.
And then you've got these hand carved leaves with these great accents added to it. It's a stunner, and it's also very weighty. I'm gonna look here at the mark. It's R. Oh wait a minute. Atencio? Or maybe D. Atencio. It's kind of a small stamp. But it's definitely it's actually marked twice. So we've got a mark under, you can see that one, and it's the same mark. And I think what happened is he marked it twice because he wasn't sure exactly where this was gonna fall. Okay, let's see, there we
Yeah,
go.
Catherine, it's huge.
That was that last piece. I'm like, oh, I might have to put that on my upper arm. There we go.
Hold on, I want to see if I can catch that.
See if you can read it with the camera.
Yeah, it's a little covered from the thing.
Oh, so you see this one is up here as well?
Oh,
It's on there
okay.
twice.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me. It's still a little blurry. I want to see
A
it.
little bit. Oh. There we go.
Nice, Marco.
The Celtic Tiger. I like it.
I see like I don't know what that first letter is, but I think it's an O.
An O?
Yeah.
Okay.
O Atencio. So I'm gonna just put an OA
Okay.
for that one. Gosh. That's nice that it's double stamped. I
It
wonder why that is.
Well, like I said, I think as they were making the shank, they weren't exactly sure where these were gonna land. And so they marked it twice in case they accidentally covered it. They might have looked and gone, oh, that one's not gonna work. So they marked it a little bit higher, up off that center point. That would be my guess. I've actually done that very same thing, where I've marked things twice because I underestimated my measurements, and then as you spread the piece out, you go, oh, it would have worked. Oh well. It's a nice enough piece with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half round, number 6 half round. So that's a lot of silver too.
And this one does look pretty vintage too. Do you know?
It
What do you
might
think on that
be vintage. So I do know that the gal that donated it to us had it for quite some time. So I do believe this was made in the 80s. But because we bought it, well, we didn't buy it, it was given to us, there wasn't much way for us to authenticate its age. But you can just kind of tell by the styling, that patina, I know, look at that stone.
Wow.
And it's got this little hint of quartz right there in the center, which is kind of an odd thing. You see it kind of picking up on camera right there. It's such a cool piece.
Gosh.
So let's talk about price and sizing. So, like I said, this is a donated piece. We valued it, its estimated value about $2,500. We were going to put it at $2,000 in the gallery. If it doesn't sell today at $1,600, it will go up into the gallery.
Oh my gosh. What was the size on that one?
Yeah, let's get that measurement because I do
Yeah.
believe it's coming in at a 7. It might be a 7 1/4. Sometimes you start off, like I said, with those intentions of a 7, but these large pieces just kind of want to grow on you.
Yeah. What would also be interesting is the weight of this thing. You look at the amount of silver, not only in the bands but the back plate. I mean, he didn't skimp on this thing. It's thick. It's
Oh, it's a 7, exactly.
7, exactly.
Mhm.
half round wire. Wow.
Yeah, so again, the price on this one is crazy. Just
Yeah.
for like the size of it and like the size of that Royston.
That's cool. That inspires me. This piece is inspiring.
You hadn't seen it because it had been tucked away after it was donated.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that piece either.
We
It's a
wanted
big
to make
one.
sure that
That they were okay with donating.
yes, that, well, she knew what she was donating. However, I wanted to make sure that the artist and the value and everything was up to par. If somebody's going to give us that gift, we want it to be worthy of that gift. So
Yes. Everyone in the comments knows Patrick is our big collector of big, beautiful stones.
well, and Jaron isn't on today, and he's
No, he just bought one. He bought the.
Bolo.
oh, he bought the Bolo. Oh, okay, sorry. Patrick, Jaron, you guys kind of compete for the big pieces. So,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a mammoth.
it is.
It would be cool to get a weight on it. That's a
I
definitely
wish we had a
ounce,
scale.
a
We
few
usually,
ounces.
it keeps going around.
The scale comes, it goes. I was just kind of looking
You
for
mind if I
it.
grab it real quick?
No, go grab
I'll
it.
take your spot. I want to try it on anyways.
Ah, yes, come try this
Ah.
on.
Let's see.
It's too big
Wait,
for me
hold on.
to.
I'm gonna do something real quick.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. Awesome. Here, trade me spots so you're closer to that. So you
I think my head will get chopped off anyways.
Oh,
Because
well.
I'm so tall. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't think this will fit me because. Oh god. Because I am a size. I think I'm a 6 3/4.
It's got kind of a tight gap.
I'm like afraid to put it on just because of how tight the gap is. Yeah, I don't think I am a 7. Maybe I am a larger one. Yeah.
Let me measure that gap, because it's actually, it's a little tight for a 7. It looks to be to me.
Yeah, let's wait. Oh yeah, that gap is about an inch, inch and
Just
a quarter.
Yeah, an inch and a quarter. So it's a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm
We'll
not
weigh
gonna
that.
pull that apart. That's gonna take a little bit of hammering.
So let's see the weight on that. Here, you can jump back in, Maria. I just wanted to try it on.
Yeah.
Won't fit me.
Okay.
He comes, he goes. I know she's like, it's great to see your face, and then he's gone.
What I love about Marco is his voice. Sometimes I hear
That's
him
the
come in the
deep
shop.
radio voice.
He's got that smooth jazz.
So that's coming in at, what is it?
5.70.
Yeah.
5.705 troy ounces.
Yeah,
Okay.
Almost about, and that's a lot of it probably is the stone too.
Yeah.
Truly.
But also,
Probably, like, what would you think? Like half or a third?
I would say a third of it is stone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weight in that silver with those leaves, and having the 6 inches of number 6 half round.
yeah, and the half round she's referring to is this, all of these individual wires here, these bands that help create the actual bracelet formation. Those are half round. If you look close, it's like a half of a tube. They're half rounded and half flat. So it's more silver. It's a more meaty way to construct a piece. It's kind of hard to see it in there, but it's just, like I said, he didn't spare silver on this.
No.
I mean, this thing's over 5 ounces.
Yeah, when I was trying to put it on, I was like, I don't want to break myself from putting this piece on. It's like how
Look at that
strong it is. It just feels like, wow. It feels crazy. Like, if it fits you, I wouldn't imagine how powerful you would feel just wearing that.
Yeah, a lot of details, and sometimes when people layer on leaves and swirls and buttons, and sometimes people like go a little fast, and you can see if they get a little bit sloppy, and there's like excessive solder spills and runovers and leaks because that stuff gets like a liquid molten. But this, you can tell he took his time, and the detail of it is just precise, and this guy was experienced, whoever made this.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The amount
I can't
of
even imagine
heat.
the stone too, like finding that and just like, I'm getting it.
Yeah, Patrick asked what size?
It is a 7.
7, so that's
It is
large.
a 7.
It's a large.
Mm-hmm. The gap is a little tight at just over an inch. And I was tugging on it just a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's so solid. I'm like, it's not going anywhere. I could probably tap it open to a 1.5.
If
Just
you do
so that it
I want
fits.
to try it.
Well-
I want to wear it.
You're like, open it so I can wear this. I love it.
It reminds me of something like ancient Egyptian royalty would wear. Like something that gaudy and that huge.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's definitely a showstopper.
It is. It's a beautiful piece. I'm actually repairing a piece for Miss Luna, and it was her father's cuff, and it was a stone that was about that size. And I told her I don't know that I'll be able to find that quality on the market anymore. So I'm still on the hunt to find her a beautiful Royston cut. What's funny is this stone would almost fit perfectly in that cuff she sent me, but this cuff is already ready to go. So we're and like I said, this cuff is a donated piece. So this at $1,600 is $1,600 coming right to us artists. So it's a great purchase. You get an amazing piece, and we get a donation that will really benefit us as artists. So pretty cool piece.
Yeah.
An amazing piece sitting on 100 troy ounces of silver.
I know.
And it's got some sound. I won't knock it around too much because I want to fracture that stone. Not that it would stick, but
Yeah, the polish on that stone
can
is so
imagine.
good as well.
yeah, it's a clean finish. And what Jess was trying to say earlier, there's some matrixing on the internal of the stone where there's like a couple little deposits of quartz. It's hard to see it on the camera, but they're almost like square insets of quartz.
Mhm.
So you got some variety within the species of what the stone is, what it has to offer.
And even the change in the green colors, like there's that glare right there, but you can see there's a lighter green just at the tip, at
Mhm.
the top.
Yep,
And sheesh. Oof.
yep.
Cool
That's
piece,
gorgeous.
What a cool
huh?
piece, yeah. I cannot believe somebody donated that. That's incredible.
I know. It really is a blessing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a
So
blessing.
Seems like Jaren is thinking about both. He wants to see
Oh yeah,
them
yeah, Jared.
together.
Let me hold that. Hold on. Keep that camera right there if you would. I'll bring it in.
Absolutely. Gosh, yeah, it's a little bit bigger. The Bolo's a little bit bigger
Yeah, the
stem-wise.
bolo's got a little bit more meat.
But
that's
those, yeah,
crazy,
oh.
right?
They're both like pieces to match and like how crazy they are. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a statement piece.
Yeah, truly. What I love is that it's got some age to it, but it obviously was a showpiece, and they didn't wear it too often, so it looks newer. Because that's a brand new piece right next to it, and you can see that there aren't the wear and tear scratches that happen. And with that big piece, it is, you know, it's going to rub onto things and you're going to have a little bit of wear. So this was loved and probably used ceremonially. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is in really great condition. So
Yeah.
great price.
Good
You're not
Lord.
wrong, Lori. All right, you think about that, Jaren, and we'll run back through these other items one more time.
Oh, and I think Jaren wanted to get just pictures of the Bolo too, so if you want to just show that before we
Oh,
go
okay.
through everything.
Sure.
so we
Okay,
get some
sure, and,
screenshots.
This is for you, Jaron. If you want to get some screenshots on your computer, bring this puppy in. Do a little change out. I feel like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Change out deal. You know that moment of suspense.
Yep.
So here's your turquoise. That's a big beast. And then I love these cones. These things are long. These are almost like, what, 3 inches probably?
Those tips. So when I went to buy the Bolo cord for this, I wasn't sure if
Oh, Jaren has
Oh.
done
Number
it.
10! Hey!
You, awesome, you're amazing.
Wow, so this
Wow.
Jared has now this and this.
Gosh.
Jared is rocking.
He is the
2020.
showstopper today.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna have to request some photos for the T.Skies Inner Circle when
Oh,
you
yeah.
get these.
Yeah.
I feel like when you get those, you gotta get some professional photos, Jaren.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be
Hey,
done
Jaren.
up.
Yeah, you come and visit us, and we'll go out to the foothills, the Sandias, and we'll do a little photo shoot maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely send us some
Right.
Inner Circle. If you guys haven't joined the Inner Circle, I just threw in the link. Whenever you buy a piece, just share it with us.
Yes,
We
please.
wanna see you wearing it.
We want to see, them back out in the wild. We've released them back out into the wild.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
want to
yeah.
see
Catch and
them
release.
succeeding.
Yeah.
God, those are two crazy pieces.
Yeah, Jared took the cake
Congratulations.
today. Nice.
Well, I
that's
guess
fun.
that leads us into going through the what's it called?
The
rest
Bolo
of it.
is sold, Angie. Sorry, Jaron got that as well. He's got good taste. It was an Eddie Escriba, and it's sold.
You know what, though, Angie? We have what I would call a sister or brother to that. It's just slightly smaller. We had two made at the same time. So I will send you a picture if you're interested in the second one.
That's nice of you, Jess.
Yeah, well, you know, it's when you find something you like, they come, they go. You gotta grab them when you can, because you never know when you'll see that piece again. It can be 20 years. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
True.
it's kind of like thrift shopping. You go in and you never know if you're gonna find anything fabulous, but then you find that polyester suit and you're like, yes, I've been looking for this.
Polyester suit. Polyester white suit.
Yeah, dude, I have one. I'm
Oh,
not
so
even
do I.
kidding.
So do I.
See, you know what I'm talking about.
So we're all gonna just wear polyester
Yeah.
white suits.
We should wear
one
white
day?
suits.
Alright,
Yes.
I gotta go find one. And Angie, the price on that Bolo was $680, but retail price, like that is with our discount for the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Retail finding something like that out in the wild without being on the show would be around $850 to $1,000. That's our retail.
Catherine got a chuckle. That's good. Good stuff.
Right on.
We could match.
I would be awesome.
That'd be funny.
Like, oh my gosh, we had Shep and Devin both matching the other day.
Yeah.
They were twins.
They sent a picture in our business group chat, and it was so funny. They were wearing the exact same clothing. It was so good.
I've done that with Shep a few times.
Well, we got the hats. Like
Coincidentally.
me and you and him got the same hats.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And we had the same color pants and shirt. It was funny. We both were like, hey.
Angie's asking you a question.
This is outside of Seminole, which is a little southeast of Oklahoma City. But I'm actually originally from Florida, but my tribe is in Oklahoma, and I spend time there periodically. But currently I'm living in Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah. But
So-
I got a place in Oklahoma too, so it's good. It's all good. Okay, did you want to go through these?
Yeah, let's run through these again. We appreciate you guys staying tuned. I know some of you like to see all of the items, and then we do a run through in case you're tuning in late. So item number 1 is a 21-inch set of Venita Cowboy Pearls. These are the medium-sized pearls. These are all handmade. These are not machined. They are hand done, and you can see that when you get them. She's very precise, and they match very well. But you can see that these are hand touched.
Trying to get the length in there. It's hard.
hand oxidized. They were $475. They are $380 today.
I like the hardware where it connects to. Those are kind of beefy. The hook.
Those are handmade too, and I appreciate that she makes every bit of her pieces from start to finish. So, and
with Navajo Pearls like that, is there usually like small gauge chain on the inside, or what do they beat
there
it
is. There is. She's using that chain, which is a little hardier, less likely to have any issues going down the road. Yeah, they're good quality pieces. I wear a set, and I'm rough on jewelry and have never had an issue. So that's item number 1.
Nice. Number 1. Now number 2.
with?
Got
Ooh,
the.
Captain wearing some pearls for the photo shoots. Cool.
Oh,
Let's see it, Captain.
awesome.
Let's see what you got.
Post them in the inner circle.
Right?
Let's see 'em.
And this is like some soft, like deer skin for the
Yeah.
leather.
Yeah, it's
That's not
really
cowhide.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's extra soft.
So it's got that real natural old school feel to it. We didn't really get a measurement on that. Maybe we will measure from the tie to tie just so we can see,
Sure.
which will tell you what it's going to tie at the tightest, which is just at 12 inches. But you've got lots of extra there on the, 16 more inches probably on the tie. So it's going to fit anywhere from a 12-inch neck out. Great price on that, $64.
$64 for the choker tie.
It's got picture jasper. It's got,
I think Susie was asking the millimeters or the like inches of the Navajo Pearls.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what
Yeah.
she was asking.
Well, let's answer your question real quick.
yeah,
I think they're like a little under a half inch by just looking at them.
these
It's like
are
quarter inch.
centimeters.
Oh.
So.
So.
I'm a metric guy too, Susie.
4 centimeters.
Okay, 4 centimeters as far as the side width diameter from side to side.
Oh, were you saying centimeters or millimeters?
4 centimeters. We don't have a
Centimeters.
millimeter measurement
I-
I
tool.
think that would be that's
Maybe.
nowhere. That's
You
not
could
4
Google the
centimeters.
trends.
It's not 4 centimeters.
that'll probably be 4 millimeters.
Oh, you're right. It is millimeters. You're
Yeah.
right. That's me not doing my math right. It's 4 millimeters.
I'm like, no
4
way,
millimeters.
those would be huge.
From side to side, 4 millimeters. And height wise, it's probably.
Let's see. You have a great weekend too, Vicky.
Thanks, Vicky.
I have some pictures I'll send you later of your little ocean floor.
About 5, 6.
Maybe 7.
Seven.
Yeah.
And then about 7 millimeters from this way to this way. Just to answer your
19
question.
millimeter set. Wow.
From here to here. 7 millimeters by 4 millimeters.
Gosh.
To answer your question.
I'd like to see those, Susie.
Yeah, a 19. That's basically like 2 centimeters.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
That's
gosh,
big.
it's like this much. Those are huge.
Yeah.
They'd be like ornaments on a Christmas tree.
We're jealous.
So Janine was also asking about the cuff, and we were saying that those beads aren't turquoise, correct?
Correct.
So
They
they're
are
turquoise
turquoise colored beads. They're not glass. I do believe they're plastic. So this is a newer piece, like a reproduction piece of sorts. So
Oh,
I think
somebody bought something.
Susie bought the
Which one,
Navajo
Susie?
Pearls.
Navajo Pearls?
Let's-
chicken. Do you see the size of that chicken?
So Susan, I think she's talking about the pearls.
Okay.
These, right, Susan? Is it the Navajo
Oh,
pearls?
the big ones. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Just to confirm.
Hi Jan.
Jan, hey Jan.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, so Susie, let us know if you wanted the pearls. I think that's what you were saying.
I think that's what Susan was referring to, but we can always come back. And then
Yeah,
somebody
that sound.
somebody was asking, what do they ask? Can I see the chicken close up again? What is
I think
the
it's
chicken?
a choker.
No, autocorrect. Yeah, actually, I brought my chicken with me today. There you go. Wow, the one day I bring my chicken to work. Here you go. It's the choker. I think the autocorrect.
I don't think that was a fail. It made me very happy.
Were you talking about Jess or me? Which one are you? That's the choker up close,
Yeah, so
aka chicken.
we're thinking those might be bone, actually is what you're thinking.
I do
Jess.
actually. I thought they were reproduction, and
I think they're bone.
they're bone.
Yeah, you look at them close. They got that bone texture.
Oh, okay, Susie. Got you.
They look like bone.
Well, nice,
Yeah.
Susie.
Hard
Congrats.
pipe, hair pipe, maybe. I'm not
Hair
sure.
pipe?
Patrick, you might know more than us on it. I've heard of hair pipe being used for those, but
Is hair pipe meaning like hair as in like rabbit hair?
it could be, or like the bone of a rabbit, and it's like its femur or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Interesting.
googled it and I just found a rabbit smoking a pipe.
Not that one.
We are all over the place
Yeah.
today. I'm loving it.
Okay, yeah, it does look like it's. So I looked that up.
Yeah, it's the chicken choker.
Yeah, it's like bean. It's like bean bones.
I better stop with the joke. We go to number 3.
Yeah, that's moving along.
Yeah, moving right along. Nothing to see here. This one is actually one of my favorite, aside from mine. This has a reposé, which I love saying it, and it's these
Oh,
bump out
Catherine wants the choker.
patterns.
Sweet.
Oh, Catherine, nice. You got it, Catherine.
Awesome. Quick and easy.
Choker for your chicken. All right, back to number 3.
You're killing me.
Yeah. Here's silver, sterling silver. I'm from Northeast Florida, Jared, and I love it. I like Florida. I like the Southeast. It's beautiful, but I'm so glad to be out west, and out west is home for me. But here we have this silver reposé with these bump out stamp patterns, and you can see on the side how they bulge out. It's a 2-part stamping method, and one part is concave, and then the other part of the stamp is protruded, which stamps into the concaved piece from the other side. So you stamp it from both sides basically, and you can see on the inside how it's stamped inwards, and then on the outside it's stamped outwards. It's a pretty simple concept. It's beautiful though, and then you incorporated some basic stamp work around the reposé as well. And then we have our nice big piece of turquoise, nice tall bezel surrounded by a rope, and then we got 5 dots on each side, which matches. I'd say it's about 16 gauge, and he's got a nice signature on the inside with stamp work as well. I love this piece. I really
That's
do.
I just
Henry
love the
Sam.
stamp work on the inside
Yeah.
too. Like it makes me want to do something like that.
Yep, me too. This stamp has inspired me. I actually just purchased 3 sets of bump out stamps because I was inspired by this piece.
Yeah.
So more things to come.
So that's piece number 3.
That's number 3. And then-
480.
Okay, 40 for number 3. And then this will be number 4. Jess, can you tell us just a little bit more about these?
Sure, the Fred Harvey era. So these are coming from the 40s. They are older pieces. So I picked these up at the gym show. This one is coming in at a 6.25 inches. They are very, very collectible. You just don't see them out on the market anymore. It was $750. It's $600 today. Most of these pieces have a Kingman piece of turquoise. It's kind of hard to tell that with the age that happens with turquoise. It turns them green over time. But beautiful, beautiful pieces. You know, they work really hard to reproduce these stylings, and you'll see people who they'll oxidize their pieces and they'll try and make them look older and vintage, but there's just nothing quite like these pieces that are well aged. So
Yeah, oh, you're right. And the actual circles, the spears, they are hollow. which
they are. That's what I was
you
thinking.
can see it from the back, and that's a hard technique. I don't even know how
Yeah,
you do that.
that's really impressive how they've done that. That's using probably some sort of concave and just hammering.
Yeah. And with those you have to work your way up to that.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah.
you take those. Yeah. It's a lot of work to get it perfectly like spherical, rather than just like with Navajo Pearls you'll get like the kind of just oval shape. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And you said that one was a size 6 1/4, 6 1, or 6 3/4.
6 1/4.
Okay.
6 1/4.
Nice.
And the price on that one is $600, as well as the next one is also $600. It's a sister piece, also 1940s, a little bit different styling.
Night, Jan. We'll see you soon.
Yes, get better, Jan.
Good night, Jan. Rest up.
This one is the smaller one. This is the 5 1/2. So I appreciate this one. You don't see smaller sizes like this very often.
And I think Catherine just got her first Fred Harvey piece like a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
okay.
And it was one that was, I think we priced it differently. I think it was priced wrong, or it was cleaned up and like mishandled maybe, so that's why the price reflected it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just seeing the prices of this retro, or not the retro, but like truly vintage pieces is
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Very pretty pieces. These are kind of special. They go into the special case upstairs, and we don't have as many of them as I would love. But
The last two, right?
yeah, I believe there may be one more, but I think I've counted all 7 now.
Okay.
So I bought 7.
Mhm.
I wanted to buy all of them,
Mhm.
but I had to have money left over for stones. So
Yep.
it's a tough call going to the gym show and then finding those great pieces. So, ooh, and then this is your
Nice.
piece.
This is number 2?
No, this one is just
Yes.
bonus.
It-
Oh yeah, number
Piece?
2.
Yes.
Which means this is the second silver piece I've ever made, and I'm actually selling it. And Patrick got my number 1. So I got 6 stones on this. Got some stent patterns. Silver. I like how these stones. If you look at the side profile, how far out they protrude. It's kind of a statement piece. Like you don't see pieces like that often. It reminds me of like a underside of an octopus leg almost.
And what was the size on that one?
It's a 6.5.
Was it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one was a 7, right?
Mhm.
Nice.
The price
Make
we
it
were
big
doing
stuff.
was $246.
I wonder.
I think you've got more stone on this one. I think it's fair. I
Okay.
think 246 is totally
246
fair.
on that, Yeah.
Mhm.
Sterling silver.
It's
Beautiful.
16 gauge, so it is heavier gauge.
18 gauge.
Oh, I'm sorry, 18 gauge.
Mhm. Just to
Looking
be
at the
correct.
camera,
And-
and I'm like,
And what I like about this is that the way I constructed the bezels to the back plate and then welded that on to the bracelet. So it's not just bezel to bracelet, it's bezel to back plate to bracelet. So it's a little bit stronger construction technique of soldering and welding. I love it. So that's that.
Grab it while you can, folks.
Number 6.
all right. Number 6 is the little keto bow guard. It's. Oh, did I write down the measurement on that
It
one?
was a size 6, basically.
Okay, 6, that's right. So it's a smaller one, definitely more towards the smaller version of a human, be it a
Small humans.
small child or a extremely short woman, which is cool. You see these and they're, like I said, they're usually bigger pieces, more masculine pieces. So this one is, I like this one. It's pretty dainty and it's coming in at $220 today, which is a great price. You've got that leather, you've got the silver buttons, you've got the stone. It's everything you need in a bow guard.
Yeah, I love the stone on it.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
I thought it was Sleeping Beauty at first, but you said Kingman. I was like, I always mix the two up.
It's
anyways.
hard to tell, and this is kind of that styling that the cuts that they did in the 70s. They leave just a little bit of that rough. It's hard to tell, but usually the Sleeping Beauty, they cut that out of because it's more desirable to have that solid blue color.
Mhm.
So that is item number 6. Number 7 is our flashy keto. It's got that high gloss leather finish with the flower design. And I don't know the stone on this one, but I will do a little bit of research. I think it's Sierra, but I'm not
Yeah,
positive.
it looks pretty unique. We don't see it too often.
Right.
So.
It's a different, and it's got kind of that rough finish cut on top as well, so you get a little bit of that matrixing, a little bit of that, what it would have looked like when it was collected, basically. They've just polished it enough that you can see that color nice and bright, but left it very natural.
Yeah, basically a matte finish, right?
Yes, yes. Which is very popular right now, so it's funny. So this one, item number 7, was $425. It is $340 today. I think we measured this one in at a 7-inch.
Yeah, we said like 7+ because it does have that adjustableness.
Right.
You can lay it right on top of each other, or there's that room to go edge to
To
edge.
open it up, yeah. So that's kind of nice. That's the other nice thing with the bow guards is they do kind of allow for growth, freedom of adjustment.
Very nice.
Yes, Julia.
Yeah, Julia, sorry, that one's sold.
It came, it went.
But next up, we have number 9, correct?
Yes,
This
number
is our other showstopper. This one is, oh, you can just hear it.
And this is our 8-inch cuff, which I was real impressed with. You don't see them that large that often. You don't see this. It's 7+ ounces of silver in just this bracelet alone. So
That's a pretty big gap, it looks like, too.
it is, but at an 8-inch wrist, it makes a little more sense that you'd be bigger than 1.5 inches. My
Wanna
guess
measure
is
it?
it's closer to 2 inches. No,
1.5 inches.
it's 1.5 inches. It just,
gap.
Wow,
I
it
think
looks,
the.
I guess just the size of the bracelet makes it look
Mhm.
huge.
I like the style of how it kind of curves in and then curves out. It's curvy.
Are you asking to see the big Royston? I will.
I think she is,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'll give you a
Or
show.
he is.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jayden.
Yeah. The pictures are a little hard to see. They're small. But this one, number 9, is by Emerson Bill. It is, like I said, 7 ounces of silver. It's actually over 7 ounces of silver.
There's a signature right there on the inside.
It is
Cool signature.
priced from $1,200 down to $960, and quite a stunning piece there.
Yeah, it's a beast.
Yes, Jaren is the owner as of now.
Right?
Well, out of layaway jail. Once you're out of layaway jail. So that's all the pieces still available today. If you're watching this within the 24 hours, the sale prices do stay on. I just want to say we have number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 still available. And this is number 10 that sold to Jaren. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna.
this is Jaren's baby.
I have to throw in another congrats and another ding right there.
I'm like getting nervous touching it again.
Now that it's
Yeah.
sold, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it now belongs to somebody.
Yeah.
And I was like scary to wear or try to wear. I didn't even want to test it on myself. Like I was like, nope, I'm not even gonna try to push this onto my arm.
It was funny watching you do that. My husband, who is terrified of jewelry, I made a cuff just for him, so it is sized to him exactly. And he got it on his wrist. It's beautiful, and then he panicked and couldn't get it off because he was a little bit afraid, not used to putting jewelry on. And watching you, it reminded me of my husband. He was like, "Oh, this isn't right." But yeah, this is a really great piece, and it was a donated piece. We do have a nonprofit side to our company, and so the beauty of that is we can take that and use it fully for our artists. So really great donated piece. That's $1,600 that we will probably buy some fantastic tool with, and we will let you guys know what we come together as a co-op and decide to buy with it. It's important that you guys know that each purchase really does support us. It allows us to elevate our art by buying new tools and giving us this wonderful space. So it's really quite a blessing to all of us that you guys are continuing to purchase and watch these shows. So
God. Oh yeah.
pretty amazing.
And if you find this anywhere else, like in a piece like this in another store, our retail price was $2,000, but I could see something like that going way above
3,500.
that. Yeah.
The quality of that stone, the size of that stone, you know, they're still mining Royston. The family is still there, pulling stuff out on a daily basis. But you don't see that color saturation where you get chunks that are inches across with the color all the way through it. Now you're seeing more matrixing. You'll see lots of color, but they'll have to cut it with the matrix usually, and it's right in the center. It's so sad. So you just don't get that display. So.
Gosh. Yep.
All right. Well, we
That's
thank
beauty.
you for joining us. If you've made a purchase, and I think all of you, I have your email. I do. I will get those invoices out today. But we want to thank you for joining us. We want you to like and subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube, so that we can get those cool extra things that happen when your ratings go up. We want
Like a TV station.
yeah. We want you to join the T.Skies Inner Circle and share your love of jewelry, and we appreciate each and every one of you. I just thought about it as I was writing down the date,
Oops.
Friday the 13th. So be safe out there on your way home. And we will be seeing you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thank you guys so much. Good to connect with y'all, and congratulations, Patrick, on my first silver piece ever.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and we hope to see you guys again soon. Have a great evening.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.